Here comes a white flag from Harold Kinder.
When he crosses the stripe, 2.66,
there it is.
35 miles to go.
His wife hoping that Davey can hang on for one more lap. And Joey Knuckles, the young crew chief on this car, may be winning his first Winston Cup event ever.
No conversation. Joey just looking down, checking the stopwatch, checking the chart. He's making sure they've done everything right. Anything to keep your mind off of the emotion. Davey Allison, a half a lap to go.
Let's watch and see if Davey Allison can win the Winston 500. He's in turns 3 and 4. He's on to the tri-oval, a short straightaway connecting turn 4 and the dog leg here in front of the grandstand. He's a few feet away from the checkered flag. There it is, Davey Allison wins.
Okay, let's take Davey around. Let's talk him around during the final lap. In the groove, about 12 feet off the wall down the front stretch. He nips the white line on the inside of turn number 1. Lets the car drift not nearly as high as he has throughout most of the race. He moves back into the groove coming out of turn 2. In front of the air-conditioned, the climate-controlled horse grandstand. Into turn number 3. Drops down low. Finds that middle groove between 3 and 4. He'll nip the line coming off number 4. Lets the car drift high uphill. And Davey Allison takes the checkered flag. And Davey Allison has career win number 2 in just 16 starts. An incredible story for this team that was assembled over the winter of 1986-1987.
3 cars locked in a duel for second. The white flag has already been displayed to Davey Allison. We'll watch this great battle for second, though. Morgan Shepherd has second in the 88 car at the moment, and Rusty Wallace has third. Elliott is in fourth. Davey Allison now comes out of corner number 2 and heads down the backstretch for the final time, and the crew is hoping and praying that it'll stay together for him.
And Morgan Shepherd just went high coming off of turn 2. Both Rusty Wallace and Bill Elliott moved around him. There they are, the 3 cars, second, third, and fourth.
And Phil Parsons apparently has blown a motor. He's down in turn number 1 with a lot of smoke coming from that car. Here we go. Here's the shootout. Remember, Davey Allison is the leader. Here he comes. Davey Allison wins the Champion Spark Plug 400. Now let's go back and watch this battle for second. Rusty Wallace leads him down. It's Wallace, Elliott, and Morgan Shepherd finishing second, third, and fourth, and fifth right there also is Lake.
Well, I'm really happy for Davey Allison because he's such a class act kid. But Bobby Allison, the way he sounded today, that's 1,000 times better for me. And we love you, Bobby, and can't wait to see you at the racetrack.
Going to hold up his number, number 84. Next year he'll become part of the Stavola team, but the number 12 is still very much on the calendar with the Stavolas for 1988 for Bobby Allison. Checkered flag is about to fall on his son, who has won here the Richmond 400 this afternoon on this brand new track.
That
what
one's
a grand
for
finish.
you, Dad, huh?
Yep.
Makes you feel good.
As Rusty Wallace is right there, but it is do or die time for these first 3 cars. They cross the stripe and get the white flag. There is one more lap to go.
Now what has to happen here is that Terry Labonte has to pull out and Mark Martin go with them. They got to build up some momentum together if they have any shot at moving around Davey Allison. They might not even be able to build up that much momentum.
Down the backstretch for the final time. Terry Labonte is looking right, looking left. Can't find the opportunity he needs. Davey Allison is right there in the middle of the racetrack. Let's see what Terry Labonte can do, if anything, and what Mark Martin can do. It could be that they'll just have to stay in line and finish this way. Here they come into the tri-oval.
The slow car will help. The slow car will help Davey Allison. Move over, Davey. Get some air.
Let's watch. It's Davey Allison coming to the stripe. Terry Labonte right behind him. I don't think he's going to do it. No. Davey Allison wins the Winston 500 with Terry Labonte second. Harold Kinder has the white flag in hand, and he waves it for Davey Allison and Morgan Shepherd and Bill Elliott and Phil Parsons. They're on the last tour of the 2.5-mile tri-oval at Daytona in the Pepsi 400. It is Allison that is staying out front by about a car length over Morgan Shepherd as Bill Elliott falls back just a little in third position. They come out of the 31 degrees of banking and down the flat backstretch for the final time, and they pass by Darrell Waltrip, who was successful here at this racetrack in February in the Daytona 500. Now, the cars set themselves into turn number 3, and Davey's wife,
that's
Morgan's wife, is just hoping and praying every everything she has that Morgan can pull out the victory. Let's see, we have a battle for third position. The win is going to be by Davey Allison. He crosses the stripe and wins. Morgan is second, and Bill Parsons, I believe, got third at the last moment, passing Bill Elliott.
He sure did.
It isn't a drafting train like we'll see at Talladega in May. Now here's Marlin getting a little bit sideways again, and Rudd looking, but nope, the white flag is out. One more lap to go. Let's see what happens on the last lap. Again, it is Davey Allison.
Oh, Sterling Marlin spins off of corner number 2. Sterling Marlin spins down the backstretch.
So it's a two-car race.
Here comes Mark Martin trying to make a move off of corner number 4. It's a drag race.
Wow.
I don't know.
I don't
Photo finish. I think Davey Allison won, but I wouldn't say for sure.
I agree. I think he had him by about 3 or 4 inches, but I mean, you know.
Wait a minute. Now, wait a minute. Why are those guys jumping up and down, though? They don't know they won.
That had to be one of the closest, if not the closest finish in NASCAR Winston Cup history. Everybody was pushing and shoving on the last lap. Here is a replay of the finish, and look at how close it is when they cross the line. Yep, Davey, I think, got him. Here's Jerry Pudge.
White flag is out on Davey Allison. Well, his dad won this race for Bud Moore, won it for Holman Moody, won it for Junior Johnson one time.
I'm sure Davey Allison's going to want to win this one for Raymond Fox.
Yes, indeed. Raymond Fox, who built so many great engines over the years for so many great teams, and was lost the week of the Die Hard 500 out of Talladega this year. Down to the line, last lap, checkered flag, getting ready to fall on Davey Allison, waving as he crosses the stripe. And the Robert Yates team with Davey Allison, the Alabama gang. And look at this battle coming to the line. 7 and 5 for fifth spot. Wheel to wheel to the stripe.
They touch.
Quick.
Here it goes. He took the white flag the last lap. Boy, that car has been so dominant for a month, not a week or so. This thing's been here for 2 or 3 weeks, and they have just been unbeatable.
Close so many times. Doesn't count for anything in automobile racing. For this moment, as he comes around to win his 9th Winston Cup event, this day, this entire month of May in Charlotte, North Carolina, has belonged to the Alabama gang. Davey Allison has done it, and he's done it in style.
Here they are. Is there 11. Owens! Davey Allison is spun. Ricky Rudd now has the lead. All kinds of contact here in the last few laps. And the white flag flies for Ricky Rudd. We'll see what happens here in the final lap.
Davey Allison did get the car going. He still is in second place.
Well, there's going to be some tempers flaring in the garage area.
Oh, you can say that again. Yep. Davey Allison had the lead and was tagged by Ricky Rudd in turn number 11, coming down for the white flag. NASCAR officials apparently talking over this situation. He's headed toward you for the final time, Ned.
Dick Baby is not here.
He comes into turn 7 here in very good shape. As the NASCAR officials talk over what they're going to do.
Davey Allison's crew looks on.
Davey's not too far behind him, too far behind him to catch him before they get back, unless Rudd has a problem. But
I'll tell you what, that's not a happy bunch of campers we just saw in that tied pit. I don't know what's going on down there, but they didn't look like they were jumping up and down with joy, Ned.
Ricky Rudd brings the car once again down through the S's. This will be for the final time this afternoon. Now entering turn number 11, and Ricky Rudd is apparently going to receive the checkered flag and the win of the Banquet Frozen Foods 300. Here he comes, waving to the pit crew as he passes by. The black flag is shown to Ricky Rudd. Rudd has shown the black flag. Davey Allison is shown the checkered flag.
They did not give the win to Ricky Rudd, Bob.
No, they gave the black flag to Ricky Rudd as he came down and passed under the start-finish line. They waved the checkered flag to Davey Allison, and he apparently is going to win this race.
Well, why don't somebody jump up and down, guys? They're confused. That's what that crew is.
You cross fingers down there, Ned.
Crossed fingers, crossed arms, and whatever else, I guess. That's Larry McReynolds we just saw there, the crew chief. Came on board with them back about the 1st of April.
Comes around. Checkers, number 75, is being shown in 19th position. Doyle Ford telling those lap cars to move out of the way and let them through. You cross fingers down there, Ned.
Crossed fingers, crossed arms, and whatever else, I guess. That's Larry McReynolds we just saw there, the crew chief. Came on board with them back about the 1st of April.
And what a change he has made. He used to be a competitor of Allison. He built the Bobby Ray Jones cars. Dave Nader and Mike Alexander drove in Mobile and Pensacola, Birmingham. And now they're together, and I think he has made a real difference with this Robert Yates organization. Mary McReynolds, who for several years was the crew chief and the mastermind on the Kenny Bernstein car.
I don't think there's any question but what he has made a big difference. And Davey is quick to tell you that, too. He said he brought so much stability among the personnel there. Everybody likes Larry McReynolds, and he's a sharp individual. Came over from the Kenny Bernstein team, as we said, back about the 1st of April.
By 11, this will be one of the biggest leads anyone has ever enjoyed at this track, and it's still about 11 seconds. Can you imagine that?
And it's one of the biggest leads we've seen in a while in Winston Cup racing.
400 miles. And 11 seconds will settle it at the end of the distance. And it will be Davey Allison one more time as he comes around. Checkers are about to be unfurled. And the winner of the Michigan 400 is Davey Allison. Davey Allison scoring his 11th Winston Cup success, his 9th Super Speedway victory.
1 lap to go. Car right behind him is Harry Gant. 1 lapped car, Jimmy Hensley. Davey looks up high, and Hensley had the racetrack. Harry Gant will close in, and being a tough car to lap. Gant is within 8 car lengths as they come off turn 4 for the final time. Davey Allison will win the AC Delco 500. White flag from Doyle Ford on the flag stand. Final circuit.
You know, we could have made a picture of that car about halfway and just showed it over and over, because the car has never moved out. It never got sideways or pushed or anything.
Second place may still be in question. A lap car separates Waltrip from Marlin. Coming out of turn 4 for his 13th career Winston Cup victory, Davey Allison wins the Pyroil 500.
Back to the stripe, white flag, and 1 lap to go to decide the Daytona 500. Davey Allison in front and Morgan Shepherd in second. Shepherd stays right there. He's closed it all the way down. Robert Yates looks on. Davey Allison's mentor.
Okay, he's backed off a little again to see how much momentum he can get. He tried it the last time around. He was able to pull right back up on his bumper. Timing is everything now, Neil.
That gap right there should pay off at the end of the back straightaway if he's got the momentum to do it.
Around Michael Waltrip's car. Down for the finish. Going into turn 3. Mike?
Glenwood, can he do it? I don't think so. He's pretty strong. It's just up to Morgan how he gets in the turn with him.
Here they come. Morgan down to the line. Davey Allison first. Morgan Shepherd gets it all back there. Has he got anything left? Coming to the stripe. Morgan comes to the inside, and Davey Allison is going to win the Daytona 500. The Alabama gang has done it again. The son of a great champion at this track, Bobby Allison. Davey Allison victorious in the 34th annual Daytona 500.
Here we go. Here's the last lap. The white flag is out.
The hill's going to be there where Rusty would like to be, down on the inside. He can't get down there as low as he would like to get, fellas.
That's right. The last time he was right down there where Hillen was.
Allison leads down the backstretch. Rusty looks to the inside in turn number 3. Will it be Allison or Wallace? Here they come off the 4th turn. It is going to be Davey Allison winning by about a car length over Rusty Wallace.
Here comes the white flag. 1 more lap to go. 2.66 miles to go for Davey Allison.
Elliott looks on the outside. Davey
Davey's going to try to take him up high.
Here comes Earnhardt on the inside. Now Bill comes down and they almost touched. They did touch, I believe, but Elliott managed to stay in second, and he managed to keep Dale Earnhardt back in third position. Still no movement. They run nose to tail down the backstretch. Let's see what happens now at the end of the backstretch as they set into the 33 degrees of banking of turn number 3. Ernie Irvan looking to the inside. There goes Dale Earnhardt to the outside. Ernie will follow him. Dale slides way up on the racetrack. He's in a battle for second position with Bill Elliott. They move off of turn number 4 and come down through the tri-oval. Davey Allison still has the lead. He's trying to break the draft. It looks like he's going to win it. Battle for second between Elliott and Earnhardt. Here's the checkered flag, and Davey Allison wins it. Second place goes to Elliott. Third place to Earnhardt. Fourth, I believe, to Marlin, and fifth to Irvan. But boy, it was close. It was close.
What's it like when you get down at the end and you know you're right on the edge?
Well, I tell you, it is tough. It's, you know, you're praying, hey, please hang on. Just give me enough to make one more lap. As he gets that white flag this time around, all we like is 2 miles. They'd even get me back into turn 3. I believe I can coast the rest of the way.
It's bad enough to get beat by another car, but you don't want to get beat by your own car running out of fuel.
Down to 3 and 6/10 seconds as he eases back on the throttle just a little more. Eases back like 180 miles per hour in the back straightaway. After his 17th career win, Davey Allison, current Winston Cup point leader, where he's been ever since that great Daytona 500 run he had at the outset of the season. Here's Allison streaking around. Final moments coming down, looking for that bonus. Looks like he's going to nail it. Here he comes out of turn number 4, and for the second straight year, the winner of the Michigan 400 is from the Alabama gang.
Allison 1 lap away from his 5th Winston Cup win, the most by any driver this season. 5th this season. Here it is, 4th place. Waltrip's going to run off for 3rd by himself. Sterling Marlin, Bill Elliott's stablemate, trying to deny Alan Kulwicki 5 points right here at the finish.
And they're coming up on a lap car.
Out of turn 4, Davey Allison will win it. Marlin tries to pin Kulwicki down. Marlin, though, scoring showing back 1 lap down, so they come to the flag. Waltrip will be 3rd. Kulwicki will be the 4th place car. And Jimmy Spencer, his best Phoenix finish ever, will be 5th.
7th full season on the Winston Cup scene. Robert Yates bought that team from Harry Rainier back in '88. White flag is down. There's 1 to go. Davey Allison in his 5th year with Robert Yates is on his way in that final lap, looking for win number 19. There's one here, as we mentioned earlier, in the fall race, which is now a Saturday night affair. We're going to be here in September to enjoy it. Allison coming from 18th to 8th in the Winston Cup point standings as he takes the checkers here today. What a jump up for him. And Jarrett leads Earnhardt by 1 point in the Winston Cup standings as we bring this one to conclusion.